Welcome, night terrors. You hunger for the truly unsettling, for stories that linger. Before we start, subscribe and comment your deepest fears. Don't be shy. They say the best art comes from the subconscious, from the deep, dark well of the mind where our fears and desires mingle, unrestrained. But what if your subconscious paints only one thing? What if it paints the exact, brutal moment of your own death? This is the story of Elias Vance, a quiet man from upstate New York, an artist whose work only ever saw the light of dawn. Literally, Elias suffered from a rare form of somnambulism. He didn't just walk in his sleep, he painted. We know this because of the police reports and the testimony of his ex-wife, Sarah. Every night, Elias would set up his easel, often without even uncapping the paints, and when he woke, a masterpiece, or perhaps a horror, would be waiting. For years, his work was abstract, swirls of charcoal and oil, frantic bursts of color, beautiful, disturbing. But in the spring of 2018, the art changed. It became literal, hyper-realistic. The first painting appeared on a Tuesday. It showed a man, Elias himself, recognizable by the distinct scar above his left eyebrow, falling from a great height, his body twisted awkwardly against a backdrop of recognizable skyscraper rooftops. Elias laughed it off. He had vertigo. Perhaps it was just a nightmare manifesting. But he took precautions. He moved out of his 12th floor apartment. He stayed in a small single-story cabin in the woods. But the art followed. The second canvas depicted him drowned, not in the ocean, but in his own bathtub, his eyes wide in silent terror. The third showed him pinned beneath a massive, overturned mahogany desk, the wood grain unnervingly detailed. Every morning, he would wake up, drenched in sweat, to find a meticulously rendered portrait of his own demise. He began to live his life by avoidance. He drained the tub, he sold the desk. He stopped driving, fearing a crash. The fear wasn't about the painting's quality, it was about its precision. The angle of the light, the specific shade of blue on a passing car, the way his fingers curled in agony, it was all too real. He was trapped in a perpetual loop of predestination. His subconscious wasn't warning him, it was detailing the inevitable. Then came the 14th painting. It was the most disturbing yet. Elias was standing in a supermarket aisle 4, where they kept the imported sauces, holding a bottle of soy sauce. He looked vacant, almost zombie-like, and standing behind him, with a knife raised high, was his neighbor, a woman named Clara. Elias didn't wait. He didn't avoid the supermarket. He didn't run. He called the police. He showed them the painting. The detail was incredible. The brand of sauce, the tear in Clara's shirt pocket, the specific reflection in the polished floor. The police did a welfare check on Clara. They found her house empty. They found no weapons. Elias was dismissed, advised to seek mental help, but he knew what he saw. 3 days later, Elias's panic hit a breaking point. He was found near Clara's empty home, holding a can of spray paint. He wasn't painting a picture of his death. He was painting a warning on her front door, an elaborate, sprawling mural detailing a very specific, gruesome car crash on the interstate. The date was set for tomorrow. This is where the true horror lies. The police realized that Elias's sleep art wasn't showing his death. It was showing the next person he was going to kill, or rather, the person he felt he had to kill to break the cycle. The paintings weren't prophecies of fate. They were blueprints of his suppressed homicidal impulses, disguised by his sleeping mind as self-defense to make the act justifiable. The police caught Clara, not because she was a killer, but because she was the victim Elias had fixated on. Elias Vance is now institutionalized, but his paintings remain. They hang in the evidence room, chilling documentation of a mind that used art to plan its worst acts. He didn't wake up to a picture of his own demise. He woke up to the picture of someone else's end. And the terrifying question remains, if his subconscious mind planned the crime, was it truly his fault when he eventually executed the art? Sometimes the silence after the final brushstroke is louder than any scream.